Hey everybody, it's Bruno on NB, where it can't all be serious, and we're going to try to keep it serious a little bit. But I'm here with my really good friend Iffy. Iffy, the day has come where you have to be on our show. How are you doing?
Pretty good, and you?
You know, always better when I have a colorful person like you. Look at this outfit. This is fantastic. You look fantastic. I love your hat.
Thank you.
I have to tell you, IFEOMA always dresses up like really, really nicely. So thanks for, I even wore my jacket. Pretty, you know, it's like we're going to a wedding or something like that. But no, in all seriousness, Iffy is a professional executive coach and now author. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Bruno.
Let's talk about, like, we have a caption out there about the immigrant advantage. What do you mean by the immigrant advantage? Let's start off right there.
You know, I think that, you know, sometimes immigrants get a bad rap. I'm an immigrant myself. And oftentimes, you know, that title follows you wherever you go. And it feels like a weight. Pivoting and adjusting to so many challenges when you come to a new place. And, you know, with the pandemic, it reminded me of all those things that I had to do, the strategies that I had to do, and the things I had within me to be able to pivot quickly and adjust and lead my team and work with other women and my children as we adjusted. And so I feel like immigrants do have an advantage in that way when they think about it.
And so what is the number one advantage that immigrants have, you think?
I think they're bold, very courageous people to live a known life, something they're very comfortable with, and they have a lot of people surrounding them, social network, and just approach newness. That is very bold.
Well, I will confess that we met under kind of funny circumstances at a let's call it a conference or something like that.
Yes.
You know, keep them all guessing what a conference is. But and it was just amazing on how we connected right away. I'm not making fun of how, you know, taller I am, because I'm not taller than anybody. But the thing is that we're on a downslope here too. But since we kind of connected, I can't believe how many people look up to you and everything that you've done as a leader, as as a professional, as an executive coach, as an executive. Little known fact, you're a CPA.
Yes.
And that's not what you're quote unquote practicing. Why you use the word pivot? Why did you pivot out of, say, a really successful accounting career?
You know, I'd like to say that I'm a transformed accountant. I did not pivot directly out. I'm not currently doing a traditional finance role. However, I recognize that even while I was practicing in a traditional accounting role, I really loved to connect with people. I couldn't send you a financial report without setting up a meeting with you. So when I started working closely with adult learners, it was very fulfilling to connect, you know, on a one-on-one basis with people with real problems, and we figure it out and help them whatever their definition of success was. So
you kind of morphed into the leadership part of it. And I must say that I'm pretty proud, because I remember when we first met, you started saying, I want to write a book and all this kind of stuff. And the Successful Immigrant Woman. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the book? And I'm not shamelessly promoting it, but I do have a copy. We're going to give out a copy to whoever comments or likes, and you go into a little draw and you're going to have a signed copy, right? Maybe
yes.
This one.
Yes.
So tell us about what this is all about. Is it a story about somebody or people or yourself?
So it's more, it's got a lot of stories in it, a lot of stories about myself. I was being vulnerable in there, and some stories from other immigrant women. But it's definitely just also collecting our stories, but being able to identify those strategies that have helped us to be successful as we go on this journey. Now, we've not got there, it's a journey. And it's an adventure, a really nice adventure. So what I've done in this book is try to help people to think about the things that they're going through, but also know that there's a strategy to it, strategize it, so that you get that success that you're looking for. You can't just go everywhere and get everything. You have to have some strategy to it.
Well, it's always interesting, because when I meet with Iffy, it's always an event. It's never, and just recently we did have a conversation about I guess newer immigrants,
yes,
saying they have to integrate, and you had some I would say positive comments about integrating versus remember the stuff we were talking about. Why don't you share that? That was pretty enlightening.
Thank you, Bruno. And of course, anytime I meet with Bruno, it's also an event for me. He's very creative. So the conversation we were having about this is being, integrating versus being authentically you. Because when we get into a new situation, a new place, like I came into Canada, and meanwhile, this is my second time immigrating to a place, we try to integrate. I've been asked to change my name. I've been trying to conform to something that isn't me. However, whenever I do it my way, being me, the result is different. So we talk a lot about integrating. Yes, you have to integrate in some way to be able to survive when you come to a new place. But don't lose you. Do not lose you, because that is absolutely going to not work for you.
Now, do you talk about that in your book about integrating versus getting it right on the camera here? But anyways, do you talk about strategies around that or tactics?
I do. So in one of the chapters, I talked a lot about identifying yourself, because a lot of women struggle with their identity. And really, to be truthful, we all have multiple identities. And so it's about, who are you now and what are you becoming? And really being able to be confident and say, yeah, this is me. I know I just had a conversation with somebody a few moments ago, and it was interesting because he said to me, oh, you inspire people, and that's my mission. So it's important to be able to know that as your identity, because it's authentic. It will just come out as you. Yeah. I don't have to integrate into that.
Well, and it's again kind of funny that we all try to live in a box and conform to things. And I am somebody that always trying to follow the rules and routines.
You do?
And oh my God! And what's funny is that my good friend Artin, who's filming this as usual, we have film days. Right, and we have schedules, and then IFEOMA and I met yesterday. I'm like, let's film it now, let's go do it, right? And I just couldn't do it to Arden, but sometimes you have to be spontaneous and you have to be yourself, and I think that's what really attracted like me to you, and you to a lot of people, is like your uniqueness. And what do you say about uniqueness? Like, how do you maintain that in a new culture, new country, new weather? So.
Yes. I won't lie, it's very challenging. Again, I like to use that word journey, because I don't think you ever get there. We all struggle, and sometimes we don't even know, like I don't know sometimes when I'm conforming.
Right.
Because I just came out into the world and there are some standards that have been laid out, and I think that's what I should do. But however, what I know is that as you mature, right, and depending on the people you're surrounding yourself with, the experiences that you're going through, how open you are, you begin to discover who you are. And then you get comfortable with who you are, and that confidence just comes out, and you have no apologies for being you, because you can't be somebody else.
Well, I couldn't help but smile when you said, keep your authenticity and do that even though you're in a new country, new area. And I couldn't help but think of some of my old neighbors when I was kind of growing up, and there's this one person moved from a warmer climate, and you want to keep your traditional colors and everything like that, but it's pretty hard in the snow. And I remember this person saying in October, November, saying, no, I'm going to wear flip-flops all year if it kills me, until that big snowstorm. And he had a broom, and I saw him years later because he lived closer to my parents' place, and he had the boots on, and maybe his ski jacket was a little lighter, but he had no more flip-flops. So I think there's that, we talked about this, is that you have the physical uniqueness, but it's also like physical, like your tangible, like your clothes and your cars and what you eat. But there's also that inner uniqueness. You're talking more about that inner uniqueness, right?
Yes, exactly. And I think also all of it, that physical. I mean, I'm wearing my Nigerian prints, and I can only wear them in the summer, and they're beautiful. Yeah. I know some people say it's colorful, but it works with my skin. Why not? I'm not gonna be wearing something dark if it's not winter.
Right.
So that's also okay. Wear your bold jewelry, you know, be bold. Wear whatever speaks to you. Don't throw away what you wear before you came here. However, there's just some things that don't work, like, you know, trying to wear this in the snow. I'm trying to kill myself.
Yeah.
But really,
I'd like to see you ski with that.
ski
like
with
down-
this. Oh my gosh.
Hey, you know what we say?
I'll
If
be
it fits,
frozen.
wear it. You know. So-
No.
But no, it's quite unique because you said you immigrated twice, right?
Yes.
So do you want to share that? Because I know the other country you went to. So
Yes.
you're originally from, you said, Nigeria, right?
Yes. So I was born and I was brought up in Nigeria, and then I got married. My husband back then was living in Italy, so I went to live with him.
By the
in
way, he
Italy.
cheers for the wrong soccer team, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I've already talked to him.
I
We're trying to
know.
convert him. But
No,
anyways,
he's AC Milan. This
oh
is
my
team.
God. Okay. Anyways,
Yes. So I lived in Italy, and we had our children in Italy, and we lived there for, well, I lived there for 7 years. My husband had been there for a couple of years before I met him. And then we decided to move again, this time with a large family. And it colder, Italy was already cold, colder than Nigeria.
well, it's northern Italy too.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But then coming to Canada, you know, it was even it's farther away from Nigeria, and it's colder. I think for me, you know, that initial experience was also helpful in adjusting in some ways, but you can never really, you know, get it all, regardless of the experience you have prior. It's like when you change jobs, you get to learn the new culture, right? You get to also identify who you are in this place and what are you going to add, what value are you going to add in this place? What do you bring?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and you learned a new language and everything too, because you're
did.
fluent. So
I did.
okay, so you promise we're going to do this one more time.
Yeah.
Here's the book, The Successful Immigrant Woman. Like, comment on any of the social media network, and you are going to go into a little draw. We're going to draw this probably a week after this airs. And how do they get in touch with you? Now, hold on a second. You're a professional coach
Yes.
on the executive side, but how do they get in touch with you? I know we have some links here, but what's the link?
Yes, so I do have a website where I blog, and I encourage women. I also talk a lot about personal finance there, but definitely helping women to build their confidence and be empowered. And the website is www.jacin.com. So I'm going to spell the Jacin, JACCEN, www.jacin.com.
And it's down here, so you link on there. And we also put all the LinkedIn profiles and all that fancy stuff.
Yes.
And where to buy this dress. Do we get credit on Amazon if we sell this dress? Amazon Nigeria, that's what we're gonna get, right? Make sure you buy these.
Amazon Nigeria.
No Amazon Nigeria.
No.
So yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Iffy.
Thank you, Bruno.
Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember, if you want someone you know to be our next guest, simple. Click below in the description and we'll get in touch with them. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe and you'll never ever miss another episode.